What's good, y'all? It's your boy Muhammad Sanu. We here live at a Trail Report. You know what I'm saying? My boy C Hill. Y'all better stay tuned. You heard? Being talk.
Dallas Mavericks forward Cooper Flagg has been named the 2025-26 Kia NBA Rookie of the Year, earning the Wilt Chamberlain Trophy. Now, Flagg did beat out four other runner-ups for the award. He beat out Con Canuple from the Hornets, VJ Edgecombe from the 76ers, Dylan Harper from the Spurs, and Cedric Coward from the Memphis Grizzlies to claim his Rookie of the Year award. Flagg finished the season averaging 21 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game. I want to give a special shout out to all the other runner ups as well, but big shout out to Cooper Flagg for claiming the Rookie of the Year award. I am so proud of him for staying disciplined enough to win this award, especially with so much pressure that really didn't even spawn from him, honestly, but so much pressure that he had to deal with through this season through being the Luka Doncic replacement, if you will. That's kind of what he was donned as from the beginning. Like he was put in a position, pause, to where his first thought from the fans' perspective is he's the Luka Doncic replacement, with him being the number one pick after them trading Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. And it just sometimes it just happens to flow that way, and for Flagg, that's what happened. Like he didn't have a chance to just be a rookie player and just have a chance to go through the development like every other rookie player. He had the instant pressure of trying to be the Luka replacement, and I don't think that's fair, but I do think that he did his absolute best to try to live up to it and just kind of just play the game. I think he did his absolute best, and it proves it with him winning Rookie of the Year over the other great runner ups that had a chance to win this award. He won this award deservingly, in my opinion, especially how he dealt with the pressure, how he managed to still deal with not even pressure from him, but just pressure of the organization being dumb. Call it what it is, and them trying to rebound after making a move like trading a Luka Doncic for him to just kind of keep it rolling and just kind of just not even play into it. He kept his head down. He kept playing, kept grinding, kept working, and it pays off him winning Rookie of the Year as I thought it would. I kind of thought that he had this award kind of on lock, before the season even started. Not saying the other players weren't talented. It's just certain rookies that you just kind of have kind of like a feeling that you kind of know that they probably have a good chance of winning this award. And with him obviously being the number one overall pick, that's why I kind of gave him the edge over everyone else. But from the beginning, but we've seen other things happen. We've seen number one picks be nowhere close to winning the Rookie of the Year award. We've seen that happen. So it still took him to go grind. It still took him to go work. It still took him actually taking this NBA game seriously for him to win this award. So shout out to him. Shout out to the Mavericks. I think the Mavericks definitely have a franchise cornerstone for years to come. And I don't say that just because they have no other choice. I mean, at this point, Kyrie is older. And he's the younger guy, but I also just say that because his stats and what he's done proves it. While the stats aren't Luka, right? That's the elephant in the room. Okay, he's not Luka Doncic, but who is? So that shouldn't even be in the conversation. Nobody is Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is a generational talent player. He's just Luka is a player that you don't. I mean, it sounds funny, but it is what it is. Luka is a player that you don't trade. That sounds bad, but it is what it is. He's a player that you don't trade. And while Cooper Flagg may not have the stats of a Luka Doncic or the stats of other or how people might have expected him to live up to the expectations of kind of filling that role of Luka Doncic, his stats so far with him being where he is in his career are just fine to me. I think he's a rookie. I think he's improving. I think next year will be even better. I think with more experience, I think he'll get better. I think the Mavericks have a franchise cornerstone if they know how to actually treat this one properly. Give him time to actually get it right. With the organization, with winning and stuff like that, give him time. And I think the Mavericks have nothing to worry about. I think they have another franchise cornerstone. And they better thank the basketball heavens, the basketball gods, that they were able to land a player like Cooper Flagg, because after you trade a Luka Doncic, it's not too often that you get a chance to redeem yourself having like a Cooper Flagg. That doesn't really happen too often, but they actually have a chance to actually redeem something back from trading Luka Doncic. So they need to deal with this opportunity seriously and realize that Cooper Flagg is another talent that you cannot replace. So I think they just need to be patient, and I think they just need to let Cooper Flagg develop even more than he already has, because I don't even think he's scratched the surface as far as what he can do. Like what he can do in this league. I think he definitely has a lot more explosive, put it like that, games in his bag. I feel like over time we'll start to see him get more comfortable, and we'll start seeing him take off with games where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe Flagg did that. I feel like we'll have more games like that next season and the year after that. Once he get more, I feel like, comfortable, like once he, I feel like, finds his way, and he already has, don't get me wrong. I mean, finds his way as far as his thing, as far as being a franchise star in this league. Once he finds his thing as far as how his game is and how he flows and how he operates, once he gets that, I feel like he'll be even more explosive. Like he'll be even more exciting, and I'm talking about getting more 50-point games, more 40-point games, more double doubles, triple doubles, more multiple block games, more highlights, more stuff like that. I feel like he will be more when he gets more comfortable. I feel like more moments like that are gonna come easily, because he has the talent to do it. And even in this time of him having the pressure and the expectations of filling the shoes of someone who left like Luka, he still is the youngest player to ever score the youngest player to ever score 50 points at 19 years old. So he's already shown the spark and the things that he has to prove that he is has the talent to become a star. I believe that as far as younger player goes, he's already elevating to that point of being a star. He's already elevating to that point. As far as being a franchise star and franchise cornerstone, I believe that he's already in alignment with that, just because of how things have went with the Dallas Mavericks over time. No offense to Kyrie Irving. I love Kyrie Irving as a player. He's great, and I respect him as a player. He's a great mentor, a great person to have in this league, because he's done so much. He's won a championship. He's been one of the best players in the league. So his wisdom to this point is priceless. However, let's call a spade a spade. Kyrie is older, so you need that younger guy that can actually take the torch of your organization into the future. Because while Kyrie is great, and I love Kyrie Irving is an electric, exciting, artistic, creative point guard in this league, and guard in this league, and player in this league. He's amazing. His talent is off the charts, 100%. But he's older. Right now he's hurt. He's currently injured. And so you need someone to actually build for the future. That's Cooper Flagg. You can bring in veterans all day long to teach the younger players. That's great. But you need that younger star that you can frame your organization after. Especially in how the league is flowing now. It's good to have veterans, and I like how Dallas has lined that up. Like Dallas has allowed Cooper Flagg to be around veterans like D'Angelo Russell. I know he don't necessarily have the best reputation, but he is a veteran. He's done a lot in this league, so he knows certain things. He knows certain things Cooper Flagg just doesn't at this point. So they have allowed him to be around players like D'Angelo Russell, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, players that have been to the point to where Cooper Flagg has the potential to be, and where I think Cooper Flagg will be if he continues to take this game seriously and take this game and deal with this opportunity as seriously as he can. I feel like he can be a champion, an All NBA player, MVP. He definitely can be all of those things. He has the talent to do it. It's there, hands down. I don't care what nobody say. The talent for him to do things to the highest of the NBA level is there, and that's whether you want to compare him to his person that he's filling the shoes of in Dallas, which is Luka, or any other elite player that you want to compare him to. I think, bottom line, he has the talent to achieve anything he wants to in this league. Same thing I said with Wemby. I put the same way. Wemby, I feel like, can achieve anything in this league. Same thing with Cooper Flagg. He takes his game seriously. There's nothing that he cannot do. And I feel like with his position in the Dallas Mavericks right now, with him being let's call a spade, with him being the replacement, with him being the guy that the fans are now turning to actually believe in, because he's the only thing that they really have to hope in, other than, the veterans like Kyrie Irving and stuff like that. He's their hope as far as, can he build this team into something? With him being in that position, I feel like that he has dealt with the pressure extremely well. And I think that even to that point, him being a leader and being a younger player, I feel like that phase of him will improve over time, because he's a rookie. You don't really. Even LeBron talked about this when he was a rookie in the NBA. You don't really want to step on toes, really. You don't really want to overstep your place. And while it may be different now, LeBron came into the league in 2003, so it was a different league then, but it may be a little different now. But the way I look at it is, I kind of got that vibe from Cooper Flagg as well. Now, while Cooper Flagg definitely stated his opinion a couple times, I feel like that as a rookie, you kind of don't want to overstep. Like, you don't want to say certain things just because you don't want to offend the veterans, right? Because the veterans, once again, they've been doing this. They've played for however long, right? They got the respect. You don't want to ever make the veteran feel like they don't know what they're talking about, right? Because you're a rookie. You don't want to have that tension, right? You don't want to build that animosity and that tension and the beef between players. That's the last thing that the Dallas Mavericks needed, was more tension after everything that they went through this season. That's the last thing that they needed. So I feel like Cooper Flagg at times, while he did state his opinion a lot, and I applaud him for doing that and having the gumption to do that and the confidence to do that as a rookie, because that takes a lot. But I feel like him being a leader and actually leading the team and expressing how he feels with the players, and expressing his influence with the players, and giving his expertise, giving his what he thinks they should do, how he thinks they should go about things. I think that will improve next season and the season after that and the season after that, because I feel like he'll just be more comfortable becoming a leader. And I feel like this Rookie of the Year award is just the beginning, honestly. It's funny. Same thing I said with Wemby winning the Defensive Player of the Year. It's just the beginning. While awards are great, I think awards for players like Wemby and Flagg and stuff like that, with them being so young of players and not even in the primes of their careers yet, it's scary, because this is just the beginning. There is no measure on how far Cooper Flagg can go past Rookie of the Year. It's no measure. And I mean, anything isn't off limits. And I would never compare him and say that he's going to be better, or say that he's going to be the same as his, guy that he's replacing, which everybody knows, Luka Doncic. I will never go out on a limb and say that. And I honestly think that people need to just kind of let them have their own career. That's the Dallas Mavericks' fault that they traded Luka Doncic and put him in and put Cooper Flagg in a position to replace him. That's the Dallas Mavericks just being dumb and trading Luka Doncic. Why, I have no clue why they decided to do that, and just put all this pressure on Cooper Flagg, but they did, and Cooper Flagg did live up to it. So shout out to Cooper Flagg for that, even though I don't feel like it's deserved for him to have to go through that. But the point is, I would never say that Cooper Flagg is going to exceed Luka Doncic or be better than Luka. I would never say that. Just because of everything that Luka has done to this point, it's going to be really difficult to compete. What I will say is, if Dallas wanted to be dumb and trade Luka like they did, the best person they probably could have hoped to get, as far as a young player who can just deal with the controversy, they got him. Cooper Flagg. They got the best replacement. They got the best replacement as far as that young player that can deal with the pressure that they could have hoped for. Because Cooper Flagg has dealt with this pressure of being the replacement and the only hope for the Dallas Mavericks. He's dealt with it in stride, and he's put his head down, went to work, and started grinding. And it paid off today with him winning Rookie of the Year. And I feel like it's just the beginning. There's no telling what he can do in his career. So shout out to my boy Cooper Flagg. Dallas, y'all got you one. Please treat this star right. So please don't trade him as well. Please don't make that mistake again. Treat this star right, Dallas, please. Shout out to my boy Cooper Flagg, man. That's what's up. Yo, it's me, Chill, from the Chill Report. If y'all watched the video, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to come back next time. Before you leave, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Become one of the chillest players in the game. And I'm out. Peace.